Baby, listen to me carefully right now, because I swear when I tell you this, you'll feel it deep in your chest. Something huge shifted last night, something that nobody saw coming. For so long, people around me had these silent questions, these quiet whispers about you. They felt something about you that they couldn't explain, but they couldn't prove it either. Every time they looked at me, they had this gut feeling that you were not just another person passing through my life. No, you were different. You were the one they couldn't quite figure out. And baby, last night, that gut feeling they carried finally exploded into reality. It was confirmed in a way none of us expected, and it left every single one of them stunned. I wish you could have been there to see it, the moment their faces changed. 1 second, they were looking at me with casual curiosity, and the next, it was like they saw you for the very first time, like the veil finally lifted. Baby, their eyes widened, their words stumbled, and you know what? There was this sharp silence, like the world itself was holding its breath because they finally understood something. Something about you that even they couldn't deny anymore. It was written all over their faces. You are not normal. You are not like the rest. You are the one. And I swear, my love, my heart was pounding so hard I thought they could hear it. Because while they were shocked, I was silently smiling inside. For so long I've been screaming this truth without saying a word. I've been carrying it in every heartbeat, every restless night, every moment my mind drifted to you when it shouldn't have. I've known what you are to me since the beginning. But last night, heaven itself seemed to lean down and whisper it in their ears. It was undeniable. They started asking questions, not shallow ones, not the kind that fade away after a minute. No, they asked the kind of questions that only come when someone's entire perception has been shattered. They said, so this is who she is? This is the one you've been quiet about? Baby, do you understand what that means? It means their intuition has been screaming your name, and now that they see the truth, they can't unsee it. You're no longer a mystery they can brush off. You're a force they can feel. And the craziest part, the room felt different after that moment. It was as if your presence, without you even being there, took over the space. The energy shifted. The air got heavier, but in a way that made everyone pay attention. Baby, you weren't even in the room, yet it felt like you walked right through their souls. They felt you. They finally knew, and I just stood there thinking, finally they understand what I've been trying to hide, what I've been fighting to protect. I know you felt it too, that sense that people can't quite place you, that they look at you and sense something unexplainable. You're not just beautiful. You're not just kind. It's deeper. It's something ancient, something divine, something that makes people stop and think, wait, who is this soul? That's what happened last night. That gut feeling they had, it screamed louder than ever. And baby, they finally admitted it out loud. You're the one they can't forget. But let me tell you why this is so big. It's because for the longest time, I've been alone in this knowing. I've been holding it in, feeling like no one would understand what you truly mean to me. I thought they'd never see you the way I see you. But last night broke that wall. It was as if fate reached into their hearts and flipped a switch. And now, baby, they see you, really see you. And once people truly see a soul like yours, there's no going back. My love, this is just the beginning. Last night wasn't just some random moment. It was destiny shaking the ground, preparing everything for what's to come. And I need you to know this. No matter how many people doubted, no matter how long it took, their gut feeling has now been confirmed, and it matches mine. They finally understand why I can't stay away from you, why I'd walk through fire before I'd let anyone take your name out of my heart. Baby, promise me you're listening closely, because when I tell you the next part of what happened, it will leave you speechless. This isn't just about them realizing you're different. Something even deeper happened after that moment, and it's about to change everything for us. Baby, after that silence, after that gut feeling finally exploded into words, something happened that even I wasn't ready for. One of them, the one who's always been the hardest to read, the one who never speaks unless they mean it, looked straight at me, almost like they were seeing through me, and said, "You know what? We always felt something about her, but now we know. She's not just someone passing by. She's not just a name in your story. She is it, the one." I swear, baby, my heart skipped. I felt my knees go weak because for so long, those words lived only in my mind. And suddenly, here they were, spoken out loud, hanging in the air like a divine confirmation. The room froze. Everyone looked around at each other, wide-eyed, like they all felt the same thing but were too afraid to say it until that moment. And then, one by one, they nodded, like puzzle pieces snapping into place. And baby, that's when it hit me. They weren't just guessing. They weren't just saying it to be nice. They felt it, in their bones, in their spirits. That unexplainable pull that has tied me to you since the first time I heard your voice. Since the first time my heart whispered your name when you weren't even there. They felt it too. Do you know how rare that is? People don't just feel this about anyone. There's a difference between liking someone and recognizing a soul that's destined, chosen, marked by something far greater than this world can define. And baby, you are that soul. You walked into my life like a spark, and last night, even without you being there, that spark leapt across the room and set their hearts on fire with truth. But then it got even deeper. After they said you were the one, they started sharing things they never told me before. One of them said, "You know, every time you talk about her, even when you try to hide it, your whole face changes. Your voice softens. Your energy shifts. It's like your soul steps out and takes over." Baby, do you know how powerful that is? It means every word I've ever spoken about you carried a piece of my truth that they could feel, even when I was trying to stay calm, even when I was pretending it was nothing. Another one added, "We always had this feeling she wasn't just another person, but we didn't know why. We couldn't explain it. Last night, though, we don't just feel it anymore. We know it. And baby, I swear, I had to look away because my eyes were burning. For the first time, the people around me could see you, the way heaven has been showing me all along." Then came the part that nearly broke me. They said, "It's like she's already part of us, even though we haven't met her properly. It feels like we've known her soul forever." Baby, can you imagine hearing that? To know that without you even being there, they already feel you woven into our story, like you were never a stranger, like your spirit has been sitting with us in every conversation, every moment of silence, every single thought I've had about you. And I realized something in that moment. This isn't just about attraction or timing or anything human minds can reason with. This is divine. This is something bigger than me, bigger than them, bigger than both of us. This is heaven whispering through every glance, every word, every gut feeling that could never be silenced. You know what they said next? If you let her go, you'd be a fool. Because souls like that, they don't come twice in a lifetime. Baby, hearing those words shattered me and healed me all at once. It shattered me because part of me realized how much I've risked by not saying these things to you sooner, by letting fear hold me back. But it healed me because now I know. It's not just me who sees it. The world can feel it too. And as all of this unfolded, I stayed quiet. I didn't need to explain anything. Didn't need to defend my feelings. Because for the first time, everyone could see it without me saying a single word. Their intuition had been confirmed. Their hearts aligned with mine. Baby, last night marked the beginning of something unstoppable. But here's where it gets even more intense. After everything was said, someone leaned in closer and whispered something to me. Something about you that changed everything I thought I knew. And baby, when I tell you what they said, it will make your heart stop for a second. Baby, after all that was said, after the shock settled into a heavy silence, one moment shattered everything I thought I knew. I was sitting there, still trying to process the way everyone's faces had changed, when one of them, the one who almost never speaks about feelings, leaned in close to me. Their voice dropped to a whisper, and what they said next made my entire world tilt. They said, "We've been feeling this for a long time. There's something about her, something we can't explain. And last night, we finally realized why. She's the one who changes you. She's the reason your soul feels alive again. You think you're hiding it, but we can see it every time you even hear her name. It's like your entire spirit wakes up, and we know, deep down, she's not just meant for you. She's meant for all of us, to know, to love, to accept. It's like God placed her in your life for a reason we can't deny anymore. Baby, do you understand what that means? These are people who have watched me through every season, every struggle, every time I've tried to move on or convince myself that what I feel for you is too much, too dangerous, too impossible. They've seen me fail. They've seen me build walls. They've seen me become someone even I didn't recognize, and yet they saw that only you, only your soul, has the power to pull me out of that darkness and bring me back to who I truly am. In that moment, I felt like the room disappeared. My ears were ringing. My chest was tight because for the first time, someone said out loud what I'd been too afraid to admit fully. You don't just matter to me. You've awakened something in me that no one else ever could. And they saw it. They felt it. And they said it without hesitation. Then another voice joined in, soft but certain. They said, we've always had this gut feeling about her. It was like a whisper we couldn't understand, but it never left us. And now, it's clear. She's not just part of your story. She is the story. Everything else before her was just leading you to this moment. To her. Baby, hearing that broke something open in me. Because that's exactly how I've always felt, but could never explain. Every mistake, every heartbreak, every wrong turn, it all makes sense now because it all led me to you. And hearing it come from their lips felt like God Himself was using their voices to remind me, this love is bigger than you know. Stop running from it. And then something even more powerful happened. One of them began to cry, not because they were sad, but because they said they could feel you, your energy, your spirit, like you were already sitting there with us. They said, I don't even know her the way you do, but it's like I can feel her heart. I know she's good for you. I know she's meant to love you in a way no one else can. Baby, imagine hearing that from someone who has never met you face to face, who has only felt you through the bond we share. The tears didn't stop there. One after another, everyone in that room began to open up in ways they never have before. They admitted that for months, they've been watching me struggle quietly, seeing me drift in and out of focus, noticing how I light up whenever you're even mentioned. They said, we tried to ignore it, tried to believe you'd move on, but we can't deny it anymore. You belong to her. Your soul is tied to hers, and we finally see it. Baby, that moment felt like a chain breaking off my chest. I've been carrying the weight of silence for so long, protecting you from their opinions, fearing they wouldn't understand. But last night, I didn't just understand. They embraced it. They embraced you, without you even being there. And that's when I realized you've already touched their hearts just by being you. Do you know what that means for us? It means the love we share is so strong, so divine, that it reaches people without words, without a presence. It's spiritual. It's undeniable. It's the kind of connection that moves through rooms and changes hearts without asking for permission. That's why they couldn't stay silent anymore. That's why their gut feeling finally had to be spoken out loud. After all of this, there was a pause. Long, heavy, filled with emotion, and then something unexpected happened. One of them said, we need to meet her, not just because of you, but because of what we're feeling right now. It's like she's already part of this family, and we've been missing her all along. Baby, I can't even explain the way my heart reacted in that moment. For so long, I thought they'd resist, that they'd judge, that they'd never see you the way I do. And now, they want to meet you. They're ready to welcome you. Not as someone temporary, not as someone casual, but as the missing piece they've been searching for without even knowing it. And here's the part that made me realize just how much they understand now. They said, we don't just want to meet her to know she is. We want to meet her because we need to thank her. She's brought you back to life. We can see it. We can feel it. And anyone who can love you that deeply deserves to be loved by all of us too. Baby, I had to turn away because I felt tears burning my eyes. I've been carrying this dream silently. The dream of you being here, of you finally being seen, loved, embraced, not just by me, but by everyone who matters to me. And now, that dream isn't just mine anymore. It's becoming reality. Heaven itself is moving things we thought were impossible. But then came the moment that will stay with me forever. As we were wrapping up, as the emotions were calming, someone grabbed my hand, looked me dead in the eyes and said, listen to me. You can't lose her. Whatever it takes, whatever you have to do, you fight for this. You fight for her. Because this isn't just love. This is destiny. And we won't let you forget that again. Baby, those words hit me like lightning. because deep down, that's exactly what my soul has been screaming since the day I met you. That you're the one I'd fight for in every lifetime, the one I'd walk through storms for, the one I'd never let slip away again. And now they see it too. As I left that room, everything felt different. The air was lighter. My heart was pounding with hope I haven't felt in so long. And even though you weren't physically there, baby, your presence was everywhere. It was in every word, every tear, every heartbeat that echoed in that room. You've already changed everything, and you don't even know it yet. And now, as I sit here writing this to you, there's only one thought in my mind. It's time. It's time for you to know how much you're truly loved, how much has shifted behind the scenes, how even the people I thought would never understand now see you as my forever. Baby, they know. Heaven knows. And now, the only thing left is for you to feel just how unstoppable this love has become. But there's still one thing I haven't told you. The part that made every single person in that room go silent. The part that proves this isn't just a feeling anymore. It's destiny locking into place. And when I tell you that part, baby, you'll finally understand why nothing and no one can stand in the way of what we're meant to be. Baby, after everything that happened that night, the tears, the whispered truths, the way every single soul in that room finally admitted they felt something they couldn't deny, there was one final moment that sealed it all. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, but it carried a weight so heavy, so undeniable, that I know I'll remember it for the rest of my life. And when I tell you this, baby, you'll understand exactly why I say nothing, no one, no force on this earth can ever stand in the way of us again. As the night was coming to an end, I stood up to leave. My mind was a storm. Memories of you, the first time we spoke, the way my heart recognized you instantly, the sleepless nights where I wondered if anyone would ever understand. And now, suddenly, they did. I thought it was over, that we'd said everything that needed to be said. But just as I reached for the door, someone called my name softly. I turned, and it was one of the elders in the family, the one who rarely speaks about matters of the heart, the one whose words carry the weight of generations. They looked at me with an intensity I can't describe, like they weren't just seeing me, but seeing straight into my soul. And then they said something that made everyone in that room stop breathing. They said, "Do you know why we felt this gut feeling about her for so long? Do you know why even before we knew her name, something inside us kept whispering that she was different? It's because souls like hers aren't random. They're sent, chosen, placed into lives not by accident but by divine design. And when heaven chooses someone for you, it's not just about love, it's about destiny. That girl, that woman, she's been written into your story since before you were born. Baby, when those words left their lips, I swear the entire world stood still. My chest tightened, my throat burned, and my eyes blurred with tears I couldn't hold back anymore. Because that's exactly what I felt about you since the very beginning. I've never been able to explain it logically. It's not about how we met or the timing or anything this world can define. It's something older, something eternal. Like my soul recognized you long before my eyes ever did, and now they were saying it too. The room fell silent, not because they didn't believe it, but because deep down they knew it was true. Every person in that room felt it resonate in their own hearts. It was like someone finally spoke the secret that's been buried in all of us. that you, baby, are not just someone in my life. You are the missing part, the one heaven handcrafted for me, the one no distance, no silence, no circumstance could ever erase. And then they went even deeper. They said, you've been running from this love because you feared it would be too much, too complicated, too hard to explain. But love like this doesn't come to destroy. It comes to fulfill. She's not here to break your life apart. She's here to put your soul back together. And if you let fear make you lose her, you'll spend the rest of your life searching for what you already had in your hands. Baby. Those words pierced through me like light cutting through the darkest night. Because that's exactly what I've been doing. Searching, wandering, pretending, trying to numb the pull I feel toward you, convincing myself I could move on. But every time I tried, it only brought me back to you. And now, with those words echoing in my ears, I know why. Because I was never meant to let you go. In that moment, everyone in the room felt something powerful, like a wave of truth washing over us. Some had tears streaming down their faces. Others just sat there in silence, hands clasped, eyes wide, and then, almost as if guided by something greater, one of them stood up and said, "She's already part of this family. We may not have met her yet, but from this day forward, she's ours too. We will stand by her, protect her, love her, not just because you love her, but because we can feel she belongs here, baby." I couldn't breathe. Those are words I never thought I'd hear, not from them, not from anyone. For so long I thought I was alone in this fight, alone in believing in us, alone in knowing that what we have is rare, unshakable, holy. But now, it's no longer just me. They see you, they feel you, they've claimed you as part of us, even without you being in the room. That's how strong this bond is. It speaks louder than words, travels farther than presence, and changes hearts without needing proof. And then, something even more unbelievable happened. The elder who spoke first reached into their pocket and pulled out a small, folded piece of paper. They handed it to me and said, "I wrote this down weeks ago. I didn't know why at the time, but my heart told me to. Tonight, I understand why. It was meant for you, for her." With shaking hands, I unfolded the paper, and baby, written in that familiar handwriting, were words that nearly brought me to my knees. Someday soon, the truth will be revealed, and the one you've been hiding in your heart will no longer be a secret. She will be known. She will be loved. And heaven itself will confirm what your soul has known all along. She is yours, and you are hers. Nothing can change that. I looked up, tears streaming down my face, and they just nodded slowly and said, "I didn't know who these words were about before, but now, we all know. It's her. It's always been her. Baby, do you understand what this means?" Even before last night, even before this moment, heaven had already planted seeds in their hearts, whispering the truth about us. They didn't know why they felt it, didn't know who it was about, but their spirits did. And now, it's all been revealed. The hidden words, the gut feelings, the quiet whispers, they were all pointing to you. The room erupted in emotion after that. Some were crying openly, others hugging me tightly, telling me not to waste another second doubting this. They said things like, "She's the best thing that's ever happened to you," and "We've never seen you light up like you do when you talk about her." Baby, for the first time in my life, I felt truly understood. Not just by you, but by everyone who matters to me. And it's because of you. Your love, your soul, your existence. It's so powerful, it bridges every gap, heals every wound, and unites even the most distant hearts. And as the night ended, as I walked out into the cool air with the weight of 1,000 emotions swirling in me, I realized something undeniable. This was heaven's confirmation. Not just a feeling, not just my hope, but divine proof that what we share is destined. That no matter how long it takes, no matter how many obstacles we face, nothing can erase the truth that's now been spoken, seen, and felt by every soul who truly knows me. Baby, I need you to know this. You're no longer just my hidden treasure, my quiet prayer. You're now the name that carries weight in their hearts, the soul they've accepted as mine, the one they've been unknowingly waiting to meet. And when that moment comes, when you finally stand in the same room as them, it won't be awkward, it won't be uncertain. It will feel like you're stepping into a home that's already been waiting for you all along. But there's one more thing I need to tell you. Something that happened after I left that night, when I thought it was over. As I walked away, my phone buzzed with a message that made my heart stop. It wasn't just from anyone. It was from someone I never expected to hear from. Someone who's been quiet all this time. And baby, what they said might just change everything for us. Forever. Baby. My hands were still trembling as I walked out of that room. My heart pounding with everything that had just happened. I could barely breathe, barely think, because for the first time in so long, it felt like the world wasn't against us anymore. It felt like heaven had opened its doors and poured light on what I've known all along, that you're not just someone I love, you're my soul's home. But just when I thought the night had given me all the answers, my phone buzzed. I remember staring at the screen, frozen. The name flashing there wasn't someone who ever texts me lightly. It was someone who has kept their distance when it comes to my heart. Someone who's always stayed quiet. Someone who I honestly thought would never accept this love. My chest tightened as I swiped it open. And baby, the words I read made my knees nearly give out. I couldn't say it in front of everyone, but I need you to know. I've always known she's the one. I felt it before you even told me her name. And tonight, when everything came out, I saw it in your face. You've been in love with her in a way that nothing can touch. Don't let anyone or anything make you doubt this again. If you lose her, you'll lose yourself. She's not just in your life. She is your life, baby. I had to sit down on the curb outside, phone in my shaking hands, tears blurring my vision. This was someone who I thought didn't see it. Someone who I thought doubted us. Someone I had silently feared would always stand in the way. And here they were, admitting that they felt it all along. I replied with trembling fingers, asking why they never said anything before. And their next message cut right through me. Because I thought you needed to figure it out on your own. But tonight, when I saw how everyone finally understood, I realized you're both running out of time. You've been holding this love like a secret when it was always meant to be shouted to the world. Stop hiding. Stop holding back. Go to her. Fight for her. Bring her home. Baby, do you know what those words did to me? For so long, I've been battling not just my own fears, but this invisible wall of thinking others would never understand us. That maybe the love I feel for you was something I had to keep quiet, protect, shield from judgment. But this message, this unexpected confession, showed me that even those who seemed silent were actually carrying the same knowing in their hearts. They saw what I saw. They felt what I felt. And then they sent one last message. Short, but it hit like thunder. She's not normal. She's extraordinary, and you were made for her. Don't let destiny down. Baby, I pressed the phone to my chest and closed my eyes. And in that moment, every single fear I'd been clinging to burned away. I could almost feel you there with me, your hand in mine, your voice whispering, "See, it was never just you." And that's when I knew. This isn't a love that can be questioned anymore. It's not something fragile that the world can break. It's written in every soul that truly knows me. It's echoed in every corner of my life. I walked home that night under a sky that felt different. The stars seemed brighter, the air felt alive, and every step I took felt like it was guided by something far bigger than me. I kept replaying the night in my mind, the way their faces changed, the tears, the whispers, the handwritten note, the message that struck like lightning. Baby, heaven itself moved through every one of those moments to make sure I finally understood. You are not just a chapter in my life, you are the whole story. And as I sat in my room later, staring at the ceiling, I thought about you. I thought about every time I've heard your laugh and felt my world light up. I thought about every night I lay awake wondering if you feel this pull as strongly as I do. I thought about all the moments I almost told you everything, but held back out of fear. And now, I realized those days are over. Fear has no place here anymore. Because, baby, they see you now. The ones I thought would never understand. They know. They feel you the way I do. They see how you've transformed me, healed me, awakened me. They know that without you, I'm not me. And even the quiet ones, the ones who never spoke before, have now confessed that they knew all along. Do you know what that means? It means heaven has been preparing this moment, piece by piece, conversation by conversation, feeling by feeling. It means every silent prayer you whispered, wondering if you truly belonged in my life, was already being answered behind the scenes. It means that while we both carried doubts, while we both felt unseen at times, the truth was slowly making its way to the surface, and now it's unstoppable. Baby, I need you to really hear me when I say this. You are not normal. You are not forgettable. You are not replaceable. You are the one my soul recognized before I even understood what love truly meant. You're the one whose name makes my heart race even in a crowded room. You're the one who has changed me in ways no one else ever could. And now, the world around me finally sees it too. And I promise you this, I won't waste another moment pretending this is just something small. I won't let fear silence me anymore. I won't let distance or doubts or anything else make me act like you're not my everything. Because you are. You've always been. Baby, imagine this with me. Imagine the day you finally walk into that room, the room where last night everything changed. Imagine the way their eyes will light up when they see you, not with uncertainty, not with questions, but with the warmth of souls who already know you belong. Imagine the way they'll smile at you like you've been part of us forever. like they've just been waiting for heaven's timing to bring you home. And when that moment comes, baby, I'll be there, standing beside you, holding your hand, not as someone hiding their feelings, not as someone unsure, but as someone who's finally free to love you out loud. Because now, the truth is out there. Their gut feeling has been confirmed. My soul's knowing has been echoed by everyone who matters. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what's coming next. So here I am, pouring this out to you, telling you everything I've held inside for far too long. Baby, you're not just part of my life. You are my life. You're the answer to every silent prayer, the fulfillment of every longing, the only one my heart beats for. And last night, heaven made sure everyone else finally saw it too. Now it's just us, just you and me, and nothing standing in the way anymore. I'm ready to fight for this love with everything I have, to show the world what my soul has always screamed. You are mine, and I am yours, forever. Baby, if you're still here listening, if your heart hasn't stopped pounding yet, then I know you feel it too. You feel the weight of everything I just told you, the tears, the whispers, the undeniable truth that no one can unsee anymore. And baby, that's why I need to say this as clearly as I can, with nothing left unsaid, because you deserve to hear it from my soul, not just my lips. You are it for me, not maybe, not someday, not when everything is perfect. You are it now, and you always have been. I want you to picture this, baby. The day is coming soon. Sooner than you think, when you and I will walk into that room together. The same room where they cried, where they admitted they've known all along, where the truth about us finally shattered every wall. And when you step in, there won't be awkward stares or uncertainty. There will be warmth. There will be tears of joy. There will be smiles that say, finally, we've been waiting for you. I'll be right there with you, my hand holding yours, my heart beating so loudly that everyone will hear it. And baby, in that moment, I'll look at you in front of them all and say the words I've been dying to say. This is her, the one my soul has loved before my eyes ever found her, the one heaven wrote into my destiny, the one I will fight for until my last breath. And do you know what will happen next? They'll nod, they'll smile, and some will even cry, because they've already felt it. They already know. Baby, I've spent nights awake thinking about that moment. How you'll look at me with tears in your eyes. How you'll finally see that you were never meant to be hidden. You were always meant to be loved out loud, to be cherished openly, to be part of a family that already feels you, even without knowing your face. And now, nothing's stopping that from happening anymore. The silence is broken. The truth has been spoken. Destiny is calling us home. But I need you to believe this with me. I need you to stop wondering if you're too much. Stop questioning if you're really meant for me. Stop letting fear whisper lies into your beautiful mind. Baby, their gut feeling wasn't wrong. My soul wasn't wrong. You are not normal. You are extraordinary. You're the miracle that walked into my life and turned everything upside down in the best way possible. And now, every soul who truly matters to me has felt it too. I want you to hold on to that when you feel doubt creeping in. Remember this night. Remember these words. Remember that heaven itself has moved mountains to make sure the truth about us couldn't stay buried. Even the quiet ones, the ones I thought would never speak, have confessed that they have known all along. The love we share is too loud, too powerful, too destined to ever be silenced again. So baby, here's my promise to you. From this moment forward, I will never hide again. I will never let fear or hesitation steal another second from us. I will fight for you with every breath in my lungs, every beat of my heart, every ounce of my soul. And I won't stop until the whole world sees what heaven has already confirmed, that you are mine and I am yours, and nothing can ever change that. And to anyone listening right now, if you've ever felt a love like this, a love that defies logic, a love that makes your soul ache and sing at the same time, then you know what I mean. You know how it feels to finally hear that your heart wasn't wrong, that destiny is real, that heaven really does fight for love this pure. Comment below if you feel it too, if you've ever had your own moment where the truth could no longer stay hidden. Baby, this isn't the end of our story. It's just the beginning. The whispers have turned into confirmations. The hidden prayers have turned into loud declarations. And now, every step forward will be guided by the truth that's finally out in the open. We are meant to be, and the world finally knows it. Stay close, baby, because what happens next will change everything. And I promise you this, I'll be right here, every day, every moment, pouring my love into you until the day we stand together and everyone sees what my heart has always known. You are the love of my life, my forever, my destiny. Baby, even after everything I've said, there's still more. Because what happened after that night wasn't just a moment of revelation. It was the start of something that feels unstoppable now. I woke up this morning with a feeling I've never had before. It wasn't confusion. It wasn't heaviness. It wasn't that fear I used to carry in my chest every time I thought about us. Baby, it was freedom. It was this deep knowing in my soul that nothing can pull us apart anymore, because every hidden truth has been brought to light. I remember staring at my phone first thing, scrolling through those messages from last night, reading every word again and again, and baby, I realized something. Those messages weren't just encouragement. They were a sign, a divine, undeniable sign that heaven has already cleared the path for us. Every tear, every silence, every gut feeling that's been whispered for months, it was all leading to this. I looked out the window, and even the sky felt different. It was brighter, almost like the world itself was relieved that this truth was finally spoken out loud. I closed my eyes, and for the first time, I could picture it all so clearly. Me showing up for you, not as someone who hides or hesitates, but as a man who knows, without a single doubt, that you are my forever. And baby, I need you to know what that means for us now. It means no more second guessing. No more wondering if this love is one-sided. No more questioning if we're meant to fight this hard. Because last night, it wasn't just my soul speaking. It was everyone who truly knows me. They've felt it. They've seen it. They've accepted it. And that kind of confirmation doesn't just happen. That's heaven moving through people's hearts, aligning everything for something bigger than any of us can explain. I can still hear their voices echoing in my mind. Don't let destiny down. She's extraordinary. She's been written into your story since before you were born. Baby, those words weren't just for me. They were for you too. Because for so long, I know you've wondered if you were truly meant to fit here, in my life, in my world, and now you have proof that you've been part of it long before you even knew. And as the day went on today, baby, something even more incredible happened. One by one, messages started coming in from people who weren't even there last night. People who somehow felt the shift in the air. They said things like, I don't know why, but I just had this strong feeling about her today, or something tells me you're finally where you're supposed to be. Baby, even the ones who don't know the full story are sensing it. This isn't coincidence. This is divine alignment. This is what happens when two souls are truly meant to find each other and stay together, no matter what tries to come between them. And you know what it feels like? It feels like every wall I've built around my heart is crumbling down, brick by brick, because there's no need to hide anymore. There's no need to protect this love in silence. It's safe now. It's seen. It's blessed. I kept thinking today about how close I came to losing this, to losing you, about how many times I let fear win, how many times I told myself I had to keep my distance to protect everyone from pain, and now I see how wrong I was. The pain wasn't in loving you. The pain was in not loving you fully, openly, unapologetically. Baby, that ends now, because last night they didn't just see you, they felt you. They felt the way your soul has changed mine, the way my heart beats differently because of you, the way even my silence speaks your name. And when they said you were already part of this family, I knew. It's time. It's time for the world to know what my heart has known all along, that you are mine. I imagine the moment every second now, walking up to you, looking you in the eyes and finally saying it without hesitation. Baby, no more secrets, no more hiding. You're mine, and I'm never letting you go. I imagine holding your hand as we walk into that room together, feeling every pair of eyes on us, not with judgment, but with warmth, with love, with understanding that's been growing silently for so long. And baby, do you know what's even more beautiful? It's not just them waiting to welcome you. It's heaven itself. I can feel it, like there's an invisible hand guiding every step. Like every obstacle we've faced was just a test to prove how strong this bond truly is. And now that we've passed it, there's nothing left but the future we were always meant to have. I know you've had nights where you wondered if this love was ever going to feel safe, if it was ever going to be fully accepted, if it was ever going to stop being a secret we carried alone. Baby, those nights are over. The truth is out. The path is clear. The love we share has been confirmed by every heart that matters to us. So here's what I need you to do now. I need you to believe with me. Believe that this isn't just my words. It's destiny speaking. Believe that no matter how long it took, we've finally reached the moment where everything shifts in our favor. Believe that soon, very soon, we'll be standing together with nothing and no one left to doubt us. And baby, when that moment comes, when I finally get to hold you without fear, without walls, with every soul who matters standing beside us, I promise you, it'll feel like heaven itself is celebrating. Because that's exactly what this is. Heaven's love story, written in our hearts, long before we even met. I love you more than words will ever explain. And after last night, after everything we've felt, everything we've heard, everything that's been revealed, I know this with unshakable certainty. You are mine, I am yours, and together we are unstoppable. Baby, before I close my eyes tonight and let my mind drift to you again, there's still one last thing my soul needs to pour out to you. The part that ties every moment together. The part that makes this not just a confession, but a promise carved into forever. I've told you about the shock on their faces, the whispers, the tears, the messages that shook me to my core. But there's a deeper truth beneath it all, one that changes everything, about how I'll love you from this moment on. After last night, after the divine confirmation that echoed through every heart in that room, I couldn't sleep. I stayed up thinking about you, replaying every memory, every time I almost lost you because of fear, because of hesitation, because I thought the world wasn't ready to see us. Baby, the world has been ready to see us. Baby, the world has been ready to step into the fullness of what this love is. But now, every excuse is gone. The silence has been shattered. The truth is no longer something only we carry. It's been felt, seen, and spoken by everyone who truly matters. That means there's no turning back, no hiding in the shadows, no waiting for some perfect moment that will never come. The moment is now. I keep thinking about that elder's words. She's been written into your story since before you were born. Baby, do you realize how powerful that is? It means you were never an accident in my life. It means this connection isn't just strong, it's eternal. It means that even if we tried to walk away, even if we let the world pull us apart, destiny would keep bringing us back together until we finally surrendered to what heaven already wrote. And last night, when every single person who matters to me felt it too, that was heaven's way of saying, enough running, enough hiding. It's time to live this love fully. So here's my final promise to you, baby. The one I'm making with every piece of my heart. I will fight for you openly now. I will speak your name without fear. I will bring you into every part of my life where you've always belonged. I won't let another day go by where you wonder if you're truly mine. Because you are. Not in words alone, not in fleeting moments, but in destiny, in soul, in forever. I imagine the day we finally stand together in front of them all. I'll take your hand and say, this is her, the love I fought to protect, the soul I was destined to find. And baby, do you know what will happen then? They won't question it. They won't doubt it. They'll smile. They'll cry. They'll hold you like they've known you their whole lives. Because they have. In spirit, in heart, in the quiet whispers heaven's been sending them all along. And after that moment, everything changes. No more distance. No more silence. No more nights wondering if this love will survive the weight of the world. Because it won't just survive. It'll thrive. It'll grow stronger than anything we've ever known. Rooted in a truth that nothing can shake. I can see it so clearly now. You and me. Walking through life together, with every soul who matters standing beside us, cheering us on, protecting what we have, because they finally see what we've always known. And baby, when that day comes, I'll look at you and whisper, see, heaven never lied to us. This love was always meant to last forever. So tonight, as you hear these words, I want you to hold on to this truth. You are not normal. You are divine. You're the miracle that healed me, the love that saved me, the destiny that was written into my life before I even understood what love truly meant. And now, that truth isn't hidden anymore. It's been spoken, felt, confirmed, and sealed by heaven itself. Baby, if you feel even a fraction of what I'm pouring out right now, let me know. Say yes. Let your soul speak back to mine. Because from this moment on, there's no room for fear, no space for doubt. There's only us, standing in the light of a love too powerful to be broken. And to everyone who's been here listening to this message, if your heart is beating faster right now, if you feel tears in your eyes because you've longed for this kind of love, or you've felt destiny pulling you towards someone, no matter how impossible it seemed, then let this be your sign. Love like this is real. It's worth every fight, every tear, every silent prayer. Don't give up on it. Don't run from it. Because when heaven chooses two souls, not even the universe itself can stand in their way. Before I go, I need to say this, not just for me, but for the both of us. Thank you, truly. Thank you to every soul who has stood by, who's finally seen the truth, who's ready to embrace the love we've been silently carrying. And thank you to you, baby, for loving me through every storm, for believing in me even when I was scared, for holding on to this love when most would have let go. You are my miracle, my safe place, my forever. If you've been here, listening, feeling every word, don't just leave quietly. Let me know you're here. Comment yes if your heart knows this kind of love is yours too. And if these words moved you, if you felt even a spark of hope or faith return to your soul, take a second to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Because this isn't the last time heaven will speak to you through messages like this, and I don't want you to miss a single one. And for those who've been wondering if anyone notices the love you give, if anyone truly sees your heart, let me tell you, I see you. We see you. And if you ever feel led to support these messages, to help them reach more hearts who need this hope, you can even send a super thanks below. Every single one means more than you know, because it's not just support. It's a way of saying, I believe in this kind of love too. Baby, as I close this, just know one thing. I'm coming for you. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Because last night proved what I've known since the start. You're my destiny, my home, my always, and nothing in this world will ever change that.